Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. The bold and the beautiful, Thomas' shocking new girlfriend, returns with love life update. The bold and the beautiful spoilers hint that Thomas Forrester may have a shocking new girlfriend. Will Thomas return with some love life updates and surprise his loved ones in the process? When B&B fans last saw Thomas, he was down in the dumps for multiple reasons. In addition to not feeling challenged creatively and professionally, Thomas was struggling over the end of his engagement to Paris Buckingham. Of course, Thomas also had a negative reaction to the news of Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan Forrester's marriage, but he hugged it out with Brooke in the end. It felt like a turning point for Thomas, who may be doing much better by the time he comes home for the holidays. Thomas should be back in time for some Christmas scenes with his family, so they'll no doubt want to check on him and see how he's holding up. Perhaps Thomas will admit his fallen heart for a new girlfriend. There's even a chance Thomas will bring her to LA with him, especially if she has a surprising connection to the canvas. Fall preview spoilers hinted that someone related to Daphne Rose's history would shake things up, but that hasn't happened yet. Maybe the story was delayed a bit and will become part of the winter action instead. With that in mind, we should consider this mysterious Daphne connection and how it might affect other characters. What if Daphne has a gorgeous, sassy sister who's stolen Thomas' heart? Knowing how soaps operate, we can assume Daphne doesn't get along with her sister if she has one. That's just how the story tends to go when a soap sibling pops up unexpectedly and causes some drama. Daphne might worry about her sister's track record if she's typically been a heartbreaker in the past. This woman might even be a gold digger and leave Daphne worried that she's only after Thomas' money. Whatever the case, Daphne is a good friend of Steffy Forrester Finnegan and cares about her whole family. If Thomas ends up dating Daphne's sister, that could certainly leave Daphne on edge. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Thomas' comeback could lead to some curveballs, so stay tuned. Hope stands beside a rack of gowns, adjusting the hem on a shimmering silver dress. Brooke enters with her tablet. Brooke. Honey, Ridge wants these finalized by end of day. Hope. Of course he does. The line launches in 2 weeks. No pressure or anything. Brooke notices Hope's distracted expression. Brooke. You're thinking about him again, aren't you? Hope sighs. Hope. Mom. I'm fine. Brooke raises an eyebrow. Hope. Okay, yes. I'm thinking about Thomas. Beat. It's been months. Not even a postcard. Brooke. Maybe that's a good thing. You deserve stability, not another emotional roller coaster. Hope doesn't answer. The elevator dings. Hope looks up instinctively. Empty. Her heart sinks despite herself. Ridge, Steffy, and Carter gather around the desk covered in production notes. Ridge. The Paris team sent over the digital mock-ups. Your brother outdid himself. Steffy. He always does. I just wish he'd come home already. The door opens. Paris pokes her head in. Paris. Hey, something's happening downstairs. Carter. What kind of something? Paris smirks mysteriously. Paris. The Thomas kind. Steffy freezes. Steffy. His back? Paris shrugs mischievously. Paris. You'll want to see for yourselves. Ridge and Steffy exchange a look and rush out. Carter follows. Paris grins. Paris. Showtime. The doors open. Thomas Forrester steps in, confident, stylish, warm, a man with renewed direction. The staff gasps, smiles, applauds. Thomas waves modestly. Thomas. Good to see you all. Missed this place. Then. An elegant figure steps into view behind him. The crowd falls silent. It's Ivy Y. Forrester. Radiant. Controlled. A quiet storm wrapped in couture. Steffy stops in her tracks. Steffy. Ivy. Ridge's jaw drops. Carter is stunned. Ivy smiles. Ivy Y. Surprise, Los Angeles. Thomas beams proudly. And Steffy immediately senses it. Steffy. No. No way. You two are? Thomas takes Ivy's hand. Thomas. We together. Gasps. Ivy squeezes his hand. Ivy Y. We're more than together. We're in love. Steffy looks ready to faint. Cut to black. Thomas and Ivy step inside, the staff still buzzing. Ridge. Okay. So. Gesturing. Someone want to explain this reunion? Thomas smiles, relaxed. Thomas. It happened gradually. We were working together in Paris, and Ivy. We reconnected. We had unfinished business. Carter eyes them suspiciously. Carter. Last time you were here, things ended pretty explosively. Ivy. Smiles. Let's call it evolution. Thomas and I healed old wounds. Grew up. Steffi crosses her arms. Steffi. You didn't say a single word to me about Ivy. Thomas. Steffi. I wanted to. But we were still figuring things out. Steffi. Are you sure this is a good idea? Ivy. Nice to see your optimism hasn't changed. Ridge awkwardly clears his throat. Ridge. Well, welcome home, Ivy. It'll be interesting having another Forrester from down under around here. Ivy. You have no idea, Ridge. Paris, watching from the doorway, whispers to Carter. Paris. I told you something big was coming. Carter whispers back. Carter. Yeah, and this could get messy. Brooke and Hope are reviewing designs when the intercom buzzes. Hope. Thomas Forrester is in the building. Hope freezes, all color draining from her face. Hope. What? Brooke's jaw tightens. Brooke. Oh no. Hope. Did he ask for me? He, entered with someone. Brooke's eyebrow arches. Brooke. Someone? Hope. Who? Before the receptionist can answer, Steffi storms in. Steffi. Hope, you need to come downstairs. Hope. Why? Is Thomas okay? Steffi. He's fine. Beat. But he didn't come home alone. Hope's heart sinks. Hope steps off the elevator. Thomas's face lights up. Thomas. Hope. Hope. Thomas, you're home. She takes one step forward. Then freezes as Ivy appears beside him. Ivy. Hello, Hope. Hope blinks, stunned, immediately aware of what she's seeing. Thomas shifts awkwardly, not realizing the impact. Thomas. Hope, this is Ivy. We together. Hope forces a smile, a polite mask over heartbreak. Hope. That's wonderful. Weakly. Really. Ivy gives a subtle, victorious smirk. Ivy. We're excited to be back. Thomas and I have big plans here. Hope nods. Hope. Welcome back, Ivy. Behind her, Brooke watches, arms crossed protectively. Thomas, Ivy, Rich, and Steffi gather around the desk. Rich. Let me be clear, I'm thrilled you're home. Both of you. But we need to talk business. Thomas. I'm ready. Ivy. So am I. Steffi eyes Ivy with suspicion. Steffi. Why now? Why come back after all this time? Ivy meets Steffi's gaze fearlessly. Ivy. Simple. Beat. I'm not done making my mark at Forrester Creations. Steffi narrows her eyes. Steffi. On the company, or on my brother? Ivy. Both. An electric pause. Thomas. Steffi. Stop. Ivy and I are serious. Steffi. You said that about Hope too. Thomas stiffens. Thomas. This is different. Steffi. Is it? Ivy steps forward. Ivy. I'm not here to justify my relationship to you, Steffi. Beat. But Thomas and I, we understand each other. In ways neither of us expected. Steffi looks from Thomas to Ivy, deeply unsettled. Hope sits alone, staring at a sketch Thomas once drew of her. Brooke enters with 2 mugs of tea. Brooke. Sweetheart, talk to me. Hope swallows, trying to stay composed. Hope. I knew he'd move on eventually, Mom. I just didn't expect him to walk through those doors with Ivy Forrester on his arm. Brooke sits beside her. Brooke. You're stronger than this. Hope. Am I? Brooke touches her cheek gently. Brooke. You survived Liam. You survived the chaos with Thomas. You'll survive this too. Hope nods, but her eyes are glassy. Hope. I just thought, maybe, we'd get another chance. Brooke squeezes her hand. Paris corners Ivy. Paris. So, you and Thomas? When did that happen? Ivy smiles mysteriously. Ivy. Paris, darling. If I told you everything, where would the fun be? Paris. Oh, this is going to be good. Ivy winks. Ivy. You have no idea. Paris watches her walk away, whispering. Paris. She's hiding something. Hope is marking fabric when Thomas enters quietly. Thomas. Hope? She doesn't look up. Hope. Congratulations, Thomas. He steps closer. Thomas. Hope, we didn't mean to shock anyone. Hope. Thomas, you don't owe me an explanation. You're free to live your life. Thomas. Hope, look at me. Slowly, she does. Thomas, scientid. I never wanted to hurt you. Hope. You didn't. A beat too long. Not really. He sees the truth in her eyes. Thomas. Are you sure? Hope takes a steadying breath. Hope. What matters is that you're happy. Truly. Thomas nods, moved. Thomas. I am. I hope someday you will be too. She smiles, heartbreaking and brave. Hope. I'm working on it. Ivy stands alone, staring at a photo of the Forrester family. Her expression darkens. Ivy, why? Time to reclaim what's mine. Steffi enters quietly and overhears the tail end. Steffi. What did you just say? Ivy straightens elegantly. Ivy, why? Just admiring the family legacy. Steffi. Or plotting something. Ivy smirks. Ivy, why? Oh Steffi. I didn't come back to play small. Steffi's jaw tightens. Steffi. If you hurt my brother. Ivy, why? Save the threats, cousin. I'm not here to hurt Thomas. But I might hurt someone else. Steffi stiffens. Steffi. What does that mean? Ivy, why? You'll find out. She walks out. Steffi exhales sharply, rattled. Thomas and Ivy stand together, reviewing fabric. He wraps his arm around her comfortably. Hope watches from across the room, trying to be happy for him, trying to be strong. Ridge enters with Steffi on his heels. Ridge. Everyone, gather up. We have an announcement. The room fills. Hope, Brooke, Paris, Carter, Zende, and Charlie. Ridge steps beside Thomas. Ridge. My son is home. Smiles. And he brought with him someone who's contributed to this company before and will again. Ivy steps forward gracefully. Please welcome Ivy Forrester, back to the Forrester team. Applause. Ivy smiles radiantly, but her eyes flash with something darker. Ivy, why? Thank you, Ridge. It's good to be home. And I plan to make a very big impact. Hope and Steffi exchange uneasy looks. Ridge. Thomas and Ivy will be co-leading a brand new line. Shockwaves across the room. Steffi. Dad. What? Hope. She's taking my place. Ivy, why? We all evolve, darling. Thomas. Hope, this isn't personal. Hope nods, swallowing emotion. Hope. I know. Ivy turns toward the group. Ivy, why? One more thing. Thomas and I, we're not just partners in design. The room quiets. Thomas is momentarily confused. Ivy, scientid. We're engaged. Gasps. Hope staggers back. Steffi's jaw drops. Ridge chokes on his own breath. Even Thomas looks blindsided. Thomas. Ivy, what? Ivy, why? Darling, you didn't think I came to Los Angeles unprepared, did you? Hope's eyes fill with tears she refuses to let fall. Steffi lunges forward. Steffi. What game are you playing, Ivy? Ivy turns, poised and unbothered. Ivy, why? The Forrester game. She holds up her hand. A diamond ring. Paris gasps. Carter whispers. Carter. This is about to blow up everything. Ivy turns to Thomas, strokes his cheek. Ivy, why? Don't worry, love. You'll understand, soon enough. Thomas stares at her, shaken, confused, trapped. Hope watches, heartbreaking. Steffi narrows her eyes, ready for war. Brooke. You've been staring at those sketches for 20 minutes. Either you're rethinking the entire line, or something's bothering you. Ridge. Thomas. And Ivy. He came back today with something to prove. Brooke. Something? Or someone? Ridge. Both. He's different. He didn't just bring a new girlfriend. He brought a woman on a mission. Brooke. You think Ivy has an agenda? Ridge turns, eyes troubled. Ridge. I know she does. Brooke frowns, unsettled. Brooke. Then we better figure out what it is, fast. Thomas and Ivy stand alone. Ivy runs her fingers along a mannequin's arm, almost nostalgic, almost calculating. Ivy, why? It feels strange being back here. Familiar, but not. Thomas. Things changed after you left. And things changed for me too. Ivy, why? Soft smile. I can see that. You're calmer. More grounded. That's why this works. Thomas steps closer. Thomas. Ivy. I meant what I said on the plane. Coming back with you wasn't just a decision. It was the first time something felt right. Ivy, still turned away, hides a darker expression. Ivy, why? Right. Exactly what we both want. Her tone lands strangely, but Thomas is too swept up to notice. Hope rounds the corner, stopping short when she sees Thomas and Ivy through the window. Zende joins her. Zende. And there it is. The homecoming surprise. Hope. I'm happy for him. Really. They seem close. Zende. You don't sound thrilled. Hope. It's not that. It's just fast. Zende. Everything Thomas does is fast. Hope's expression deepens. Hope. No. Not everything. But something about this feels off. Rich motions for Carter to join him. Rich. We need to keep a close eye on Ivy. Carter. Any particular reason? Rich. You know her history here. She always walked that line between respect and rivalry. And now she shows up with my son, out of nowhere? That's not a coincidence. Carter. You think she wants something from the company? Rich. Or from Thomas? Brooke enters behind them. Brooke. We just need to figure out what it is before she makes her move. Rich nods grimly. Ivy slips outside to the secluded staircase. She pulls out her phone, dials. Ivy, why? It's done. He brought me back. Yes, of course he believes every word. I know what I'm doing. Just be ready. The Forresters won't see it coming. She ends the call, eyes cold. Hope approaches Thomas with a cautious smile. Hope. Hey. Big day. Thomas. It is. I know this is strange. But I'm good, Hope. Really good. Hope. I want that for you. I do. But Ivy. Why now? Ivy enters behind them with perfect timing. Ivy, why? Why not now, Hope? Hope turns stiffly. Hope. I didn't mean anything by it. Ivy, why? Of course not. But Thomas and I felt it was time to reconnect. To build something real. Hope stiffens, reading the subtext loud and clear. Thomas and Ivy sit with coffee. Ivy watches the skyline like she's calculating her next move. Thomas. You're quiet. Ivy, why? Just taking it all in. What this place meant to me. What I lost here. Thomas. Things change. People change. Ivy, why? Not all wounds heal, Thomas. He takes her hand. Thomas. Let me help. Ivy falters, a flicker of genuine emotion, then pushes it down. Ivy, why? You already are. Brooke sits with Donna and Katie around the coffee table. Donna. Ivy Forrester? Back in LA? With Thomas? Katie. She didn't come back for romance. Trust me. Brooke. I agree. Something else is happening. Donna. Do we think she's targeting Thomas? Brooke. Or us? Katie sets down her tea decisively. Katie. I'm calling Bill. He still tracks international movements. If Ivy arrived earlier than she claims, we'll know. Ivy unpacks her suitcase. Inside. A folder marked Forrester Confidential. Photos of Thomas, Hope, Rich. One photo torn down the middle, Ivy and Steffi. She stares at the torn photo bitterly. Ivy, why? You never apologized. You never cared. Well, it's my turn now, Steffi. She slides the folder under the mattress just as Thomas knocks. Thomas. Ivy? You in here? She snaps the suitcase shut. Ivy, why? Coming. But her expression remains ice cold. Rich stands with the security report. Carter reads over his shoulder. Carter. You're sure this wasn't a glitch? Rich. Ivy accessed these files before her system ID was officially restored. Carter. Meaning she broke in. Rich. Meaning she's hiding something. Brooke enters. Brooke. I just got off the phone with Bill. Ivy arrived in LA 2 days before she walked into this building. Rich's jaw tightens. Rich. She was preparing something. Brooke. The question is, what? Finn and Steffi share wine. Steffi scrolls her phone. Steffi. Ivy's back. With Thomas. Finn. I saw the company memo. Steffi. This isn't good, Finn. Ivy and I have history. Ugly history. Finn. Do you think she's holding on to a grudge? Steffi. I know she is. Beat. And now she's back, dating my brother? Finn leans forward. Finn. If she's a threat, to you or Thomas, we'll deal with it. Together. Steffi still looks unsettled. Thomas and Ivy sit on the couch. The tension crackles. Thomas. Ivy, you know you can trust me. Whatever you're holding on to, whatever brought you back here, you can tell me. Ivy's walls almost crack. Almost. Ivy, why? I just want us to focus on us. On our future. Thomas. I do too. But, you look like someone carrying secrets. Ivy stiffens. Ivy, why? Everyone carries secrets. Thomas. But not everyone lets those secrets hurt the people they care about. Ivy goes still. Ivy, why? Who says mine will hurt anyone? Thomas. Because the last time you left, people got hurt. You got hurt. My family got hurt. Ivy slowly turns to him, voice soft but chilling. Ivy, why? Then let's make sure it doesn't happen again. Katie relays Bill's report. Katie. He said Ivy was seen near the airport, not the day she claims she arrived, but 2 days earlier. Brooke. Why lie about her arrival? Donna. Maybe she was meeting someone? Brooke. Or planning something. Katie folds her arms. Katie. We need to tell Rich. Hope watches Ivy arrive early, before everyone else. Hope. Early start? Ivy, why? Just, reacquainting myself. Hope narrows her eyes. Hope. Does Thomas know you were here last night? Ivy's smile doesn't reach her eyes. Ivy, why? Does Thomas tell you everything, Hope? Hope tenses. Hope. I'm not here to fight. But Thomas has been through enough. If you're back for anything other than good intentions. Ivy, why? Then what, Hope? You'll save him? You already had your chance. Hope stiffens, taken aback by Ivy's sudden venom. Rich closes the door behind Ivy. Rich. We need to talk. Ivy, why? Of course, Rich. Anything. Rich. Why were you accessing restricted files yesterday? Her eyes flicker, the first crack. Ivy, why? Simple curiosity. I needed to catch up. Rich. Try again. You accessed these 2 days before your badge was reissued. Before you even walked into the building. Ivy's mask slips, just a hair. Ivy, why? Rich, you and I both know this company keeps its fair share of secrets. Rich. And you looking for them? Ivy, why? I'm protecting myself. Rich. From what? Ivy, why? From all of you.